right, all right. Back to daily service.
Every day I win it all. Hard work pays, clear and bright. Money comes right day and night.
There we
Steady
go.
heart,
Instagram saying it's
focus
hot today, boy.
mind. Wealth and peace I always
Oh,
find.
man.
Strong
I'm
and
so
brave,
excited for today. I'm so
shining
excited for this
true.
conversation.
Money
We're going to be talking
always
about our
coming
wealthy self.
through.
Our wealthy self.
I am
They
strength,
are
I am
in you.
strength, I will
They are
shine,
you.
I will shine. Money's
We're going to have a
blessing,
whole
money's
conversation
blessing,
about
life
this today.
divine.
So this week in particular, we have been talking about attracting money. Okay, we have been talking about going from working for money to attracting it. Okay, we've talked about placement on Monday. We talked about your identity and what you're identifying yourself to be. We talked about your nervous system yesterday. Yesterday's conversation was fire around nervous system. So I am excited to keep the conversation going. I am excited today because today in particular, we are talking about how wealth, okay, how your wealthy self thinks. So I'm really excited. Okay, so let's stop the music. Stop the music. I just love playing this. I'm like, I find it to be so funny because I'm like, this is literally what I listen to on the regular. Okay. On the regular. Let's put up here the Manifest That Shit Society. Just as a reminder, the Manifest That Shit Society is a community where you can come and you can manifest, baby. Okay. And it's funny because, yes, we're always manifesting all the time. But when I talk about manifesting, I'm speaking about intentionality, being intentional with your thoughts, being intentional with what you're deciding to be true for what's going to happen next to for you, no matter how big it may be, no matter how much it may scare the mess out of you. We are all about manifesting what we deserve, what is honestly our birthrights. And so that's why I created this community, this society, if you will, because every time I find myself talking to other people and they're like, I want this, I want that, well, manifest that shit. Or if I hear you even saying, I don't want this, I don't want that, I'm going to ask you what you do want. And then I'm going to say, and we're going to what? Manifest that shit. Okay. So it is all about changing how we behave, how we think, how we move to become magnets for everything that is meant for you. So that's why I love the Manifest That Shit Society. I drop fabulous things in there on the constant. Right now, we're dropping the Making Money Moves. It is a 21-day money activation. So we do activations here. I don't let you walk away without actually doing something here. Okay, we're going to energetically do something here. Every time you're in my presence, we are going to be energetically calling in, manifesting, and creating. We don't just talk about it, we be about it. Okay. It's so funny. I was listening to Reverend Ike earlier, and he was talking about how he was saying something that was very terrible. His grammar was awful, right? And he said, sometimes you got to speak in different languages for people to understand you. And so sometimes whoever may need to hear me say who you be, okay, no matter how grammatically incorrect it may be for some of us, for others, it's exactly what we needed to hear in order for us to receive it. Okay. So I thought it was so funny, but we are being, we are becoming. Okay. That's why you'll hear me say who you be. We are shifting. We are shifting who we are becoming so we can receive the things that are meant for us. You see, the thing about it is everything that you want is meant for you. You're meant to have it. Thank you for the love. Yes, you're meant to have it. It is meant to be in your reality. It is meant for you to hold, touch, and feel. The only reason we don't have what we're meant to have yet is because there is something missing between the belief and the thought. And so this is what we're going to be talking about today. See, when I say what your wealthy human, what your wealthy self thinks, this is what I'm saying. What we think, or how about this? I'll put it like this. A thought practiced long enough becomes a belief. A thought practiced long enough becomes a belief. So if I practice a thought long enough and begin to believe said thought, I will receive it. I will receive it. And I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it again and again. As we all know to be true, this is law. Okay, this is law. What you think and then believe, you will receive. There's really no skipping anything in between. This is the truth of the matter of our lives. So I'm all about this intentional manifesting. Okay, so going back to our wealthy self. Okay, we honestly do a lot of, I'm like, where is my notes? Here we go. I'm like, this just got wild. Okay, here we are. So I think that this identity thing, in which we're showing up as before we actually see the money in the bank, tends to be the hardest part for some people. Hi, right? For some of us, that is the biggest struggle because we don't see the money in the bank. We're reacting to what money is there. And so that constant reaction to, like I keep saying, but with isness of our lives, we can begin to have a cycle of seeing the same thing happen over and over again. That's why you sometimes see people going into, I'm all the comments. I'm like, hello, everyone. Hello. You guys are distracting me. The thing about it is, as we are moving forward, we are attracting more of the same things. That's why people get stuck in cycles. That's why people get stuck doing the same thing over and over again, right? Because they have been in the same way of thinking, same patterns of thinking. So they're therefore manifesting the same thing. And we're talking about our wealthy selves, how our wealthy selves think different than our current reality selves. Okay. And so most people are trying to create the wealth. You're trying to do all the things. What do I need to do? What do I need to invest in? Who do I need to talk to? Like it's action. Let me tell you something. But your mindset. What about your mindset? If you are doing all these actions and your mindset is built for survival, guess what happens? You just attract more ways in which you need to survive. So all the action, which is going to burn you out, is making you tired, is wearing you down, is leading to more of the same thing you've been experiencing, because we have to take care of the way we think. It matters. It matters. It matters more than I think any of us are really giving ourselves credit for. So when we're thinking thoughts around money, like, oh my God, that's too expensive, the I can't afford this, the maybe laterness, the let me wait until I have the right amount, or even this is what I noticed in a lot of my clients, the thinking of, as I'm spending, it's running out, it's going, like it's never going to come back to you again, like you're losing something. The more that we feel like we're in a lost state when it comes to money, and we keep thinking from the fact of every time I spend it, I'm losing it, the more that we begin to lose it to trivial things, right? Hi, Lucifer Morningstar. Hello. So there's nothing wrong with being responsible. Hear me say this. I'm not sitting here touting the line of irresponsibility, go out and just throw it in the sky and spend it all. Put it in the air. I'm not saying nothing like that. Okay. But what I am saying is there's a difference between this intentional thought, these intentional decisions, and our fear-based thinking. See, when we're operating from the fear-based thinking, we are receiving more things to be scared of. Let's be real. right? I mean, how many of us have had family members, friends, and thank you, Lucifer Morning Star, for the love. How many of us have had family members and friends, and every time you go and tell them something, they tell you all the ways in which it could and possibly can go wrong? Okay, they're the first ones to let you know all the things you need to be scared of. And let's be real, that ain't got nothing to do with you, baby. That has everything to do with them. They're scared. So when we have intentional decisions, intentional thoughts, intentional ideas of this is the way in which I get to or I will live my life, I'm receiving XYZ. I allow XYZ. We have to allow in whatever it is that we desire. How are you, dog? Thank you. I'm doing fabulous. We sit here talking money manifestation. Let's go. Okay. And it is as easy. Hi, pretty. Thank you. Hello. It is as easy as you want it to be. The only thing that stands in the way of our ease, the only thing that stands in the way of receiving in flow is our fear-based thinking. You see, our wealthy selves don't think from the places of fear. Hi, I'm back. Hey, Alexa. Hello, welcome back. And I'm from Cali, Alif. So
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
See, look, my queen over here, my Vanna, she always pop out when I say your name. But hello, welcome back. Wow, so good. So, all right, Zimbabwe in the house. Hello, so excited. Welcome, welcome. So the wealthy person, the wealthy individual within you thinks differently. So we're going to shift some ways in which some of us think, and we are going to shift it from the fear-based, fearful thinking to the attractive, I am a money magnet thinking. Okay. So our wealthy thinking. So we're going to go from I can't afford that. How many times have you said I can't afford that? Or you told somebody else that, or you are, that's what you're telling your kids, or you're, as soon as you look at it, the very first thought is, ooh, that's expensive. I can't afford that. How many of us? And I remember how, y'all, I say us because you are not alone. I do this too. I do it too. Matter of fact, I caught myself telling my daughter yesterday, every time she get in the car with me, she want to go and get something to eat, go out to eat. I told her, I said, girl, and I was trying to find a nicer way to say it. I'm like, you just enjoy spending money. And of course she does. Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? So I was like, okay, come on, Jack, be nice about this. So how do I make this available for me? Instead of I can't afford that, we're not going to jump right to I can afford that. I got all the money for this. But we're going to move slowly to the how can I make this available for me? I love how when we like, okay, let me take it here. We're going to take it here. Our brain has the reticular activating system. I talk about it all the time. If you don't know what it is, you can Google it. If not, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. So the reticular activating system is a part in your brain that when you make it aware to something, it starts to notice it all around you. Okay. So just like it's the funny, I had to rent a car. It was a Elantra. I had never seen an Elantra a day in my life. Now, after I rented that rent a car, I saw Elantras everywhere. Everywhere I turned was an Elantra. I was like, good God. Right? Because all of a sudden, my reticular activating system in my brain was hyper aware to its presence. So when you make statements like, I can't afford it, your reticular activating system is becoming aware of all the ways you can't afford it. So when we shift it, right, we start talking about our wealthy self and how our wealthy self thinks. How do I make this available to me? That question, now your reticular activating system is looking for the answer. It's like, well, how do I make this available to me? Let's see. And now all of a sudden, your eyes are available to see the opportunities. Your ears are available to hear the collaborations or whatever else you may need to get to the money. Right now, all of a sudden, you're listening to a podcast that gives you the steps that you needed in order to get to where you were on your way to going. Okay, so your reticular activating system. And hold on, my girl Alexa said, I'm sad because I studied for 3 days and got low marks. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We are so freaked out by failure. Trust me, me too. Failure freaks me out. Nobody wants to fail. But at the same time, there are so many things that we're learning in the midst of our failure. So, what did you learn? Always ask yourself, if you notice that I studied, I did all this stuff, but I didn't do well, what did I learn from this? How can I make this better? It's a different mindset, right? And that's our wealthy human mindset as well. They're thinking about their growth. How can I grow from this situation? What can I take away from this? Because there's something good in this, right? Let's talk about another one, right? This is too expensive. This is too much. The more that we're looking for things that are too much, our bank account, our money is going to match the idea that things are too much for us. Okay. So when we start to think, oh, I'm expanding into more. Oh, I got this. I got this. Now you're looking for ways again for how can I make this available? How can this become mine? You're looking for the opportunities. You're listening for certain things to get you to get more. Okay, so we are expanding into the more. That's exactly what we're doing. And really, again, let's go back to where this expansion starts. The expansion starts in your mind. It's so funny. I was listening to Arlen. What's my girl's last name? Arlen. Let me make sure I get it because she's phenomenal. She is absolutely phenomenal. And I was blown away by a lot of the stuff I was hearing today. What's my girl's last name? Arlen Hamilton. Arlen Hamilton. Absolutely phenomenal. And so I was listening to Arlen and she was talking about becoming money, how you become money. And I thought it was fascinating what she was saying. And it's something that I have been doing a lot of recently. Again, I told you guys, I'm going back to school, right, to get my PhD in psychology, religion, and consciousness. And it's funny because everyone asked me, why? Why do you want to go back to school? You don't have to go back to school. And even when I looked at the bill of how much it was going to be to go back to school, because I've been doing all this millionaire work, my energy is a millionaire woman. And so I looked at the number, which probably would have scared me if I would have looked at this number a couple months ago. But I looked at the number and was like, oh, that's easy. I'm going to have my PhD for 100K. Let's go. Right. And so it no longer became, oh, the student debt, I don't want to do it. Right. That's the fear-based thinking. It definitely is the idea of I'm expanding into more knowledge, more information, more to share with my people so we can all become the magnets for everything that we want. Right. Because I'm basically studying manifestation. And the funny thing is, that's what Arlen said. Her thing is becoming money is getting the knowledge, becoming the knowledge. She calls it becoming the asset, right? And so when you have the knowledge, that's when you learn that's something that nobody can take from you. So when we are failing or we are messing up or whatever you may think it is, take away the lesson because that's something that no one can ever take from you. And I always love to say, your test is your testimony, your mess is your message, right? And so the more that you're tested, the more that you're able to share with other people how they can overcome this. The more that you have a mess, the more your message will stick to the people who need to hear it, and they will too be impacted by this. There is a woman, I chat with a lot of you guys, and there's a woman I'm chatting with inside my DMs on TikTok. And she was talking about how, becoming this woman of the things that she's going to do. And I'm just like, oh, just geeked up about it, right? Geeked up for her and how all these opportunities are just coming and aligning for her. And, she wants, I think it was, my whole point to this is what she learned and some of the stuff that happened to her, she is able to go and touch her community and teach them. And I told her, I said, the fact that, first of all, you were given the vision in the midst of your learning, right? So let's be honest, your vision is already funded. It's already funded. There's nothing you have to worry about. So when you stop worrying about how the money's going to come, when you stop worrying about how the situation is going to happen, and you know it to be true that it's already yours, you understand and begin to sit back and trust and allow the lessons to help you grow. It's funny, I was actually journaling this morning about the receiving of the lessons and about the letting go and the allowing. And I feel like that's what our faith truly is. It's the floating. Hey, Queen. It's the floating in the allowing. And the allowing comes with you shifting your mindset into the knowing to be true that everything you desire is already yours. That's the different way of thinking. Again, we're going from the fear based, oh my God, I don't see how this can happen. I need to know the how, the who, the what, the when, the where, right? To the, you know what? How could this happen? Ask the question, because now your brain is looking for the answer. Okay. And also, our wealthy woman, that what if this doesn't work? She doesn't think like that. She does not think like that, because if I know that I'm creating, if I know that everything, all my thoughts are going to become my things, all I got to do is believe. Her thoughts begin to be, what if this works out better than I ever imagined it to be? What if, right? Getting into gratitude, like, what if it is the best thing that I could ever think? And even when you think of the best thing that you can think, I bet you that it could be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 million times better than that. Okay. So today we're going to catch and shift our thoughts in real time. Remember, I told y'all, this ain't a come consume. I'm gonna come listen to Coach Jackie, get the information and walk away. No, I want you to do. This is all about us doing and being. So I want you to think of something that you told yourself you can't have. Jesus loves you too, babe. I want you to think of something you told yourself you can't have in your past or even now, right? Maybe it's the new house. You know, I can't have a new house. I can't afford that. It's so funny. A friend of mine, she shared a story. And in her story, she was sharing, she said that when she went to go get her first investment property, that she hadn't, you know how it's, you got to have 2 years of employment. She didn't even have the 2 years of employment. She just became a realtor recently, right? And so, but still got the house. When you come at it and with the idea that, hey, it's already mine, or how can I become more available for this? Everything will be moved to make it yours. God will move heaven and earth to make it yours. But we have to make the decision. We are the ones to choose. And how are we choosing? We're choosing with our thoughts. We're choosing with our thoughts. And I like to tell people, those thoughts are creating an associated feeling in your body. So you're not just choosing with your thoughts, you're choosing with your body too, your feelings. And so we're going to reframe. Okay. Well, I want you to say it out loud. That thing that you said that you cannot have, that you are not allowing yourself to receive, because all it is allowing. It's that trusting and knowing, that faith fall of knowing that it's mine, right? I want you to start telling yourself, whatever it is, this is available to me. It's already available, right? I'm expanding into somebody who can hold this, whatever it is, right? Let me give you an example. Me, it's my $1 million self. We all know this, right? I'm available for $1 million. I literally wrote, because I've been journaling. I've been in my journal, Journey Your Business Profitable. Okay. I've been in it, honey. Okay. So I've been journaling. And inside my journal, I've been writing every day 6 times. I am available for $1 million or more levels of income, and I am moving in the way that supports it. As you can tell, it is now ingrained in me. Okay, so I am available for the $1 million. I'm expanding into the more. I'm getting ready for it. My nervous system is getting comfortable around it, right? I'm expanding for it. I create this, or I'm created for this. You right. I know that's right. Okay, let's go, right? I'm created for this. Whatever it is. It may be a dream, like the woman I was talking to in my TikTok DMs. You guys want to have good conversations around manifestation? Hit me up in the DMs. I love chitty chatting over there, right? So we're talking in the DMs, and she's telling me that she saw the vision. And I told her, you're made for this. So you're created for this. The moment you see the vision, you're created for this. I built this company. I know that's right. Come on, Mustafa. Let's go. Okay? Tell yourself money supports me. Whatever the dream is, it's already funded. When we begin to sit in the comfortability of it's already mine, it's already funded, all I got to do is just take my steps to get prepared, whatever those steps may be, whatever steps I can take without worrying about the money. And you start taking those steps, money supports me. Money showing up for me. Every time I turn around, it's dropping in my bank account to make sure that the dream is funded. It's already mine. You are already supported. And then remind yourself, I think like the wealthy human I am to receive. I think like this person. And if you find yourself thinking like your old you, it's okay. Reframe that. Do a quick reframe. You deserve to change the ideas. You deserve to change the way you're thinking about it so you can receive. If you start noticing yourself being limited in the thinking, start to tell yourself something differently. Because again, I keep saying this, and I'm not going to stop saying it, y'all. A belief is nothing but a practiced thought. If you practice a thought long enough, it will be yours. It will be yours. Again, that's law. This ain't, I'm not pulling it out the sky hoping. I'm telling you, this is the law for you. So we change the way that we think. The wealthy human that we are thinks differently. And you are enough. We are all enough, more than enough, an abundance of enough. Lord, oh my gosh. So your thoughts create your lenses that you see out of. I said this a couple weeks back, and I'm going to say it again. Whatever is going on, you're playing as your thought movie in your head. Yes, thought movie. Matter of fact, I'm super, super excited because I'm going to I'm super geeked up. I'm actually doing something this next Tuesday at my event, right? We're going from working for money to attracting it at my event. And at my event, what I'm actually planning to do is create the full experience. And so when I tell you that it is the movie in your mind, I'm going to have popcorn there for people to smell so they can pretend they're at a movie theater and create the movie in their mind. You see, your thoughts are the movie in your mind because your brain thinks in pictures. It does not think in words. So as you're thinking, your brain is picturing it. Okay. And so that's why it becomes what? A movie in your mind. And where the movie begins to play is through the lenses of your eyes. And so all of a sudden you begin to see it as the reality in real time. So these decisions that you make in your thoughts, they're going to create your results every time. Like I said, this might happen to you. No, this is happening to you all the time. So when our thoughts are limited, fearful, restricted, that is the movie that will play. Hi, girl. That is the movie that will play. Okay. But when your thoughts are expanded, your life expands. Things happen to you that you never thought would be possible. You're over here like, wait a minute. Like my friend said, I'm thinking I'm not going to get the house, get the rental property because of I don't check off these things on the list. You ain't got to check off the things on the list. When you believe it, you will receive it. And if you're not receiving it, let's be honest, there's something in you that still doesn't believe. Okay, it's so crazy because when people talk about creation, right? Esther Hicks talks about creation through with Abraham. You have the law of attraction, The Secret. There's a lot of people out there that are talking about creation, and they talk about it being in 3 steps. But yet it is something that many of us make so complicated because we get stuck at certain steps. Sometimes we get stuck at step 1. Step 1 being knowing what you want. Some of us are not knowing what we want. We are hanging out at step 1 like, I don't know. Right? You got to know what you want. Step 2, Believe. And the believing is where many of us get hung up. We are so stuck at the disbelief that we are unable to fully believe so we can receive. So there's the 3 steps because the last one is receive. Thank you, AJ. Hey, my boo. The last one is receive. We get to receive. But you got to be in receptive mode. Receptive mode is not wanting. Receptive mode is not hanging out in the belief. Receptive mode is the knowing. It's the faith. It's the without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm going to sit back here and relax and wait for it to come. Greetings, beautiful. Yes. Greetings to you, love. So we got to go through all 3 steps, but you got to go through one at a time. And some of us go through all 3 steps really fast. And some of us not so quickly. And so that's the difference between how quick you receive whatever it is that you desire. It's how quickly you get through the 3 steps. But it's only 3. Right? It's not that hard. But yet there's so much behind it that we bring a lot of difficulty to. And so that's what I'm doing these days. I am moving like my millionaire self. And let me tell you, whoa, I'm in step 2 right now. Believe. That's where I'm hanging out right now. Step 2. And I'm figuring out how to get over to the step 3 of the receiving of it all, right? The letting it go. I still seem very consumed with the believing part, right? So it's the letting it go. But it's been shifting the way that I move. It's been shifting the way that I talk. It's been shifting the way that I think. It's been shifting the way that I speak. It has been shifting the way that I do business. And so as I shift, the more that I believe. If you have time, please restate the 3 steps. Yes, AJ, I got some time, baby. Step 1 is, what do you want? Knowing what you want. And step 1 kind of goes with a twofold thing, right? Know what you don't want, so you know what you do want, right? So when things are going bad, they're not working out the way we want them to, this is us knowing what we don't want. See, many of us may get stuck at the knowing what we don't want because we're not allowing ourselves to shift over to the what we do want. That's why I said failure is not a bad thing. Failure is something showing you what you don't want, right? Now we shift over to what we do want because we've learned from the what we don't want. So step 1 is kind of a twofold thing, but it's a one for, but it's a knowing what you want. Okay. Step 2, believe. We have to believe it to receive it. Once we know what we want, it's just a want, but a belief is knowing that it's already yours. That's the belief. When you believe it to already be true for you, there is no doubt. Sometimes when we're in the want stage, we're still doubting. We're doubting the how, the who, the what, the when, the where. We're doubting the if it's possible. We're doubting if we can afford it, right? But when we move into the sense of belief, we are believing that it's already ours. That's a different energy. That's a different way of thinking from the 2. You go from want to mine. You go from want to I've decided. Okay. And then step 3 is to receive it. Because again, we technically only manifest twice, right? The first time is in your mind. And the more that we hang out in our mind of our manifestation, knowing that it's ours, feeling it, believing it, and receiving it in our mind, the quicker you get to step 2, belief. Got it. Thanks. Yes. Okay, so we believe. Right now I'm in believe. And in believe, I do a lot of visualization. In believe, I do a lot of affirming. In believe, because a thought is a belief practiced long enough. So the more that you practice your thought, you will believe it. Okay, so I'm practicing the thought. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I say it so much. 1, discernment, articulate what you want. Yes, I say it so much. Let me tell you. 2, know it's there. Know it's yours. Shoot, it's already yours. Once you step 2 in it, you like, oh, it's mine. Shoot, I ain't worried about this thing no more. And that's why I say I'm in step 2. My millionaire self, I even said my dreams are funded. And I know it. I'm over here. Hey, when I get in the imaginative process of it, that's just so I can feel it again because I enjoy being there. And 3, receive, be open and free. Yes. Okay. My dreams are funded. Yes, they are, AJ. Yes, they are. Okay. And the only reason they're funded is because they're already yours. Sit in the feeling. Yes. Come on. So I no longer lead with, oh, is it going to be mine? I don't know. I lead with, I can and I will. I lead with, it's already mine. Let's go. I lead with, I move like. That's what I was saying inside my journal, at the back of it. I'm writing, I'm available for $1 million or more levels of income. I love your glasses. Thank you, Vooglam. And I move like a person, like I move like it's already supported, like it's already mine. Sorry, when I start reading these things, y'all, I be into the what we saying, but I move like it, right? And so today, pay attention to your thoughts because the way you think about money is shaping your experience with it. We're going to pay attention to our thoughts. I'm Brazil. Hey, got Brazil in the house and Zimbabwe. Yeah, girl, you're pretty. Thank you, babe. So I want you to get into realizing and understanding and knowing that you deserve. You deserve everything that you want. Your dreams are funded. They are already funded. All we have to do is start thinking differently and we will shift. Our body will shift. That's why I'm super geeked up for Tuesday. We got next Tuesday, from Working for Money to Attracting It in Castro Valley, California. Okay. It is going to be phenomenal. We're going in deeper into this identity work. Matter of fact, coming with me, like I said, the imaginative play that they are going to do at this workshop is going to be beyond. I want them to play the idea like a movie in their mind. I am going to have them having a full-on experience. I am bringing the popcorn so they can smell the popcorn and be transported to the movie theater. I want this to be a full body experience. And the reason for that being is because we don't just shift in our mind, information hangs out in our body too. So the more that we shift our thoughts, we want those thoughts to have an associated feeling in the body where the body gets to keep coming back to it as often as possible. Okay, this is a full-blown experience. Manifestation can happen quickly. Like I said, 1, 2, and 3 can happen quickly. The quicker you move through the 3. But we only move quickly through the 3 when we make it a full experience. The moment you know what you want, we'll scroll back up. AJ gave us the whole breakdown. The moment you know what you want, okay, is the moment that you can believe it to be true for you. Make the belief experience a full body experience. And then the moment that you get into the receiving mode, you've let it go. You've trusted. It's a trust fall. You're falling backwards and you're just allowing. I love the word allow. It just feels like a so loud. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but it feels like it's such a relaxed thing to do, to allow. So you can get in the space of receiving. I allow my body to hit this bed. I allow my head to rest on this pillow. That's what allow feels like. So when we allow money in, it's an open arms, free. I'm here for you. This is the place for you to be. And we allow it. Okay. So today, notice how you're thinking about the big dreams, the goals, the money, and start to shift the idea in your head. It doesn't have to be a big shift from I can't afford that to, well, I can afford that, which I love doing that too. I will do that. I shift what I say. I can't afford that too. You know what? I can't afford that. Yes, I can. Because I start to shift the idea of who I'm banking with. Instead of looking at my own bank account, I remember I bank with the Bank of Infinite. All right. Hi, River. I bank with the Bank of Infinite and more money is available to me Yes, like, can I see her nails? Yes. More money is available to me than I am letting or realizing sometimes, and I forget that. Thank you, Sword Gorge. Thank you. I forget that I have this bank account with the infinite, and I sometimes forget my PIN number. So when I let go and I release and I say more is coming to me, this is me remembering my PIN number. Okay. And so I want you to know that this sense of letting go and allowing to be and allowing yourself to receive starts in your mind. So start to be intentional about your thoughts. Start to be intentional about how you're speaking over your money, how you're speaking over your life, how you're speaking over your day, how you're speaking over your love life. Oh my God. I know we're here to talk about money, but let me tell y'all, I was listening to this. I be online like liking to listen to people to see what the people talking about, right? And there's this lady on there, and she was talking about we should all learn from Megan Thee Stallion. Let me just go here real quick. We should all learn from Megan Thee Stallion, is what she said. And I was like, wow. And she was just talking about how in what did she say? Disappointment. The word men is in disappointment. Whatever. It was a whole thing. And I just remember thinking to myself, my God, anybody who believes this or starts to begin to think like this, that is a terrible kind of love to attract. To think that men equal disappointment. That's a terrible kind of love to attract. And all I kept thinking is, our thoughts, when we realize our thoughts become things, we have to be careful with who we're listening to and who we're allowing to say certain things or who we start to believe, right? And so when it comes to love and everything that happened to Megan Thee Stallion, I think that the love that she received from Klay Thompson, and I'm just going to go here just because I feel like I can today. The love that she received from Klay Thompson, I loved their love. Let's be real. I loved watching her excitement over their love. I loved watching how she posted videos, songs. I loved their love. I loved how she cooked for him and his family. I loved how she loved him. I loved their love. And all that goes to show me is this. She is now more open and more available for bigger love than this. Without, now she can manifest this same kind of love she had, but without the other stuff, right? Without the cheating. We can still attract what we want, but again, that situation just showed her what she doesn't want. She doesn't want someone cheating on her. And we can all learn, okay, yes, okay, if I'm manifesting, I want this type of love, but without this. Like, that is how we manifest. We don't manifest by saying, let's learn from her mistake. Don't let it happen to you. Baby, now you're creating from fear. Just because I had a little time today. But so we're going to do that with money too. We're going to do that with money too. Okay? Allow money to say what you want from money. If you don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, then we create the idea that there is overflow. Right? These thoughts start in our mind and they begin to become our beliefs. There is overflow. More money is coming to me. So allow what you don't want to show you what you do. All right. So anyway, I went on a tangent, but that part, creating from fear, abandonment, etc. Yeah, you're creating from a space of lack. We want to create from the abundance. We want to create from the more than enough. We want to create from the overflow. So we have to think like that now in order to receive it in real time. Okay. That thought process is the first part of manifestation. The second one is when you actually receive it. All that stuff in between, all the believing in between, that's up to you. But that's how much you feed yourself and feed into yourself what it is that you want. Okay. And you become it and you be it. Y'all know I like to throw out my grammar real quick. Y'all gotta be it, right? We all got to be it, not just you, me too. And so that's what we are being. We're becoming the person that we desire. Okay. So we do this kind of work, baby, inside the Manifest That Shit Society. The society is not for you to come and just get your education on. The society is for you to come and be, for you to come and do. Okay. For those that come into the society in the general admission port, that is a fabulous part to be. We actually have a wonderful founders fee right now for the first 33 members that come into the society. First 14 days are free, but you get meditations, you get affirmations, you get EFT tappings, you get my making money moves 21-day activation to call in more money. Okay. And there are quickies. I'm throwing in quickies in there. And quickies are basically meditations, affirmations, EFTs that are quick, a quick way for you to shift your energy, a quick way for you to shift your thoughts so you can receive. Okay. And not only that, inside VIP, you get me 1-to-1 once a month. And not only that, we go live every week. If you want to hop on the Zoom and ask your questions there, I am there for you. I am pouring everything that I got into my VIP. That is where the real shift happens. Okay. You can shift inside the Manifest That Shit Society General. It is fabulous. So much information is in there. But if you want me 1-to-1, you want that accountability, you want that mentorship. Okay. That's how we become money. We get the mentorship. Then inside VIP is where you want to be. Diva, how you doing, boo? So join me inside the society. This is a community like no other. It is a community that is about shifting your life, shifting your thoughts, shifting your identity so you can receive everything that is meant for you. All the abundance and prosperity that, baby, is your birthright. Okay? Always remember, Coach Jackie got your back. I do. I love you. I really want to see y'all win. I'm so happy you joined me here live today. Come join me again tomorrow. We will be here for another daily service. I come live between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it will be in that general time area arena. So I cannot wait to see you. How are you, Simad? I cannot wait to see you there. Okay. Love y'all to pieces. Have the best day ever. Remember, today is the only day that you will be able to do April the 30th, 2026. It's the only day you get to do April 30th, 2026. And I want to see you shine. All right. So we are glowing up in here by shifting the way that we think and thinking like and from our wealthy selves. Hey, Queen. What's up, Nicole? My girl is here and I'm getting off right now. Just know I love you, Nicole. Okay. So get inside the society, the Manifest That Shit Society. Nicole's in there. Get inside the society. Come get this good info. Come get this good love. We see you. We love you. And we're here for you. All right. Have a beautiful day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow between 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Yes, I am. Okay. I saw you, girl. So join me between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for daily service. We'll be back again tomorrow. All right. Have the best day ever, y'all. Bye.